Hi, good day, Romney, and good morning, everybody else, and thanks for setting up the session today. I'm tempted to obviously say a lot, but I'm going to curb myself because our chairperson will be speaking later. The AIDC Automotive Industry Development Center, Eastern Cape. We really pride ourselves in facilitating sessions like this morning, as well as facilitating partnerships between key stakeholders. But really for this morning, I think, as a lot of the speakers have already said, franchising gives a whole lot of opportunities for potential entrepreneurs. And what we're doing with our event, what we want to do with our event in East London in the next coming weeks, next month, is really to make people of the Eastern Cape aware of franchising and the benefits that come from franchising. I think we experience it on a regular basis in the food sector. But I think, as many of the speakers and the guests this morning have said, Romney, that not a lot of people in the auto sector are aware. And I think it's for us to make sure that the entrepreneurs and the business people in the Eastern Cape become more aware of franchising opportunities and franchising for themselves, for their businesses into the future so that they can grow. So I think you'll be hearing more from our chairperson later this morning, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks.
Shenxane, yeah, you got it right, Romney. But Thabo would suffice because I know it can be very difficult to pronounce my surname. So good morning, colleagues. My name is Thabo Shenxane. I'm also from the AIDC Eastern Cape. I'm the Chief Executive Officer. Riccardo has already mentioned, I think, the reasons why we are pursuing this part of the value chain. For me, I would just like to, advise the colleagues online that we are an entity of the provincial government whose main mandate is to work with the automotive industry to crowd in investments, mainly foreign investment, as it were, for now, and also advise our province on how better to position itself as an assembler of choice for OEMs and tier suppliers. Our work is guided by the South African Automotive Industry Master Plan, which was developed by DTIC. And our role there is to make sure that those pillars and those objectives of the master plan are implemented in the Eastern Cape. As you might be aware, there is a lot of talk now around transformation issues in the automotive industry. But really, the narrative around the industry always starts and stops at the OEM level and tier one, tier supplier level. So we've decided to introduce the bottom part of the value chain, which is more the aftermarket, more the franchises. And we really want to create a narrative where opportunities in that space are brought to the public domain. And we encourage HDIs, historically disadvantaged people, and those that could not afford to set up their supply networks, maybe to pick up buying franchises and see if they could be entrepreneurs at that level. And this is also activated by the Competition Commission's guidelines, which have really forced the automotive industry to relook its empowerment model. It's unbundling opportunities that could be made available to other sectors of the population. So that's essentially why we're particularly grateful for FASA for agreeing to work with us on this. And our chairperson is on the line, so I will not say much. Thank you very much, Romani.
Good morning, Romani. Good morning, everyone in the meeting. We really appreciate this opportunity as AIDC Eastern Cape. My name is Phumzile Zitumane. I am the chairman of the AIDC Eastern Cape. And I think it is important just to, as part of my introduction, just to indicate and reinforce what has just been shared by my two colleagues, Riccardo and the CEO, that AIDC Eastern Cape is an entity of government that was established to promote the auto sector and particularly provide the link between the auto sector and government, because you know that government is a catalyst in any situation. So ours as government entities and government is to provide that conducive environment for business to do what they know best. So as the AITC Eastern Cape, we are actually guided by the South African Automotive Master Plan, which, as the CEO has indicated, has got pillars or strategic objectives. And one of them is the transformation pillar. It is for that reason that we saw it necessary that maybe let's try and rope in the historically disadvantaged individuals who are not participating meaningfully in the economy, particularly in the auto sector. And in so doing, we engage the services of FASA, and we really appreciate your agreeing to a minute, except to say we are located in the Eastern Cape, and we would like to do our level best to promote the economic development of the Eastern Cape. And we appreciate that we have been invited to share some ideas and the purpose for which we have approached FASA for. This right to repair session that we have arranged for the dates that have been indicated in October is meant to promote the historically disadvantaged individuals to participate in this space of the aftermarket services in the automotive sector. So it is our desire that they also get to be accredited in order for them to be able to provide the services that are required. Not all of them are able to operate at that level, but we do believe that with proper skilling, they will be able to participate in the space. It is for that reason that we felt that maybe approaching FASA to say the starting point could be through franchising, where you are able to be guided by set down standards and also to follow through by providing what is required by the market. As government entities, I'm sure we will be able to link them with other state-owned entities and other stakeholders to see to it that they are able to be looked after in order for them to continue to provide quality services that are required by the sector and by the market, of course, in general. We do also understand that they have challenges that relate to funding. It is for that reason also that we will be working alongside them to link them with the funding institutions so that they are able to participate meaningfully and, as I've indicated, to provide the services that are actually required. These potential franchisees that we're actually looking at, largely they are located in the townships, and this is where also there's a lot of business, I think, that still needs to be tapped into. And of course, they do employ a sizable number of people, and through franchising and also professionalizing their businesses, we do believe that they will be able to even employ more people. As you know, that small businesses are a backbone of the economies throughout the world, and this also is part of that. And the auto sector is contributing about 6.5 somewhere in that region to the GDP of the country, which makes this a very, very important sector for us to focus on. There are, of course, as I've indicated, challenges that we need to grapple with in terms of getting them to operate at the required level. And those relate to accreditation of their businesses. They relate to proper skills that are needed for them to be able to run with those businesses. They also need some business skills that we will be focusing on. There are, of course, people who are ready for that, and we will be providing that support. So that is for that. It is for that reason that we felt that stakeholders like FASA would be of assistance in partnering with us in terms of that transformation pillar of the South African Automotive Master Plan. It's called SAM 2035, because by 2035, government is saying this is what we would have liked to achieve, and they have specified also quantitative targets in terms of the Automotive Master Plan. I think basically for now, I will stop there those are the pointers that certainly are included in what we're working on as the speech for that day. Thank you very much. Back to you.